Hello and welcome to part 6 of my Learning to Crochet video series. In this video I will focus on teaching you two different methods for joining a new skein of yarn. Okay, now the first method I'm going to show you is definitely better for when you're adding a new skein of yarn in the same color. Whereas the second method can be used for either adding a new skein in the same color or adding a new color. Okay, so for the first method I'm going to show you, you need to work up to about 2 to 3 inches before where you want to change to a new skein. Okay, at that point you want to take the new skein, put it over the next stitch that you want to work into by just a small amount, about maybe an inch. Pull that to the back, then lay the rest of the yarn over the upcoming stitches. Okay, then you want to go ahead and yarn over, insert your hook into the next stitch, being sure to go under both loops of the next stitch as well as the new skein of yarn. Yarn over, draw up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. And you'll do that. You'll continue crocheting with the old skein for 2 to 3 inches or until you feel comfortable. For demonstration purposes, I'm just going to do the 3 stitches here. Okay. Now when you're at the point where you want to change to the new skein, you'll go ahead and begin the next crochet stitch like normal. Yarn over, draw up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2 loops, and then on the last yarn over of the stitch you're working on, whether you're doing a single crochet or a treble or half double or whatever, you'll take the old yarn, drop that to the front of the piece that you're working on, pick up the new yarn and yarn over with it and pull through both loops. Okay, then you'll continue working with the new yarn for 2 to 3 inches, being sure to go over the old yarn. But again, for demonstration purposes, I'm just going to do these 3 stitches here. Okay, at this point you can go ahead and stretch your fabric out a little bit and then go ahead and cut off the old yarn as well as the small tail piece from the new yarn. Okay. And now this is why I say that it's better to use this method when you're adding a new skein in the same color, because the tail piece that you work over will be visible from the back side. But when you're working with the same color, it won't be anywhere near as noticeable, if at all. Okay, so now the second method I'm going to show you, I prefer to use when I want to make the next row that I'm working on a new color, but it can be used at any point in the crochet row. Okay, so you'll work up to the point where you want to add the new skein. You'll go ahead and yarn over, insert your hook into the next stitch, yarn over, drop a loop, yarn over, pull through 2 loops, and then on the last yarn over of that particular stitch, you'll go ahead and pick up the new yarn and leave yourself about 5 or 6 inches so you can weave it in later. You'll yarn over with the new yarn and pull through the remaining loops. And go ahead and turn your work clockwise. And at this point you can either chain up or do the alternative chain up, as I showed you in part 5 of this series, and continue working with the new yarn. Okay. Now the downside to using this method though is that unlike the first method I showed you, this one will require you to weave the tails in unless you're going to be adding fringe, in which case you can go ahead and leave the tails out and just tie them together with an overhead knot like this. Okay. And that'll just secure the tails down a bit so your stitches don't come undone. Okay. So that is two methods for how to add a new skein of yarn. If you have any questions or comments or concerns, just post them in the comments below. And thanks for watching.